Hi guys, how you doing? You're watching Andy WTH. Of course, I'm Andy. This is Big Brother 19 edition, and we're the last one for Big Brother 19. The final two, of course, was Paul and Josh. Josh won the last HOH, and he took Paul with him. Was it a good move? Obviously, he won. All right, so congrats to Josh. He is our season 19 champ. Good for him. Congratulations, but we're going to talk about a few things, how he won, and basically about the jury members. And in my opinion, guys, is probably will go down probably one of the most bitter jury you've ever seen. Period. I'm going to explain why, in my opinion. And where did Paul go wrong? In my opinion, again, is Paul played the best game in the history, or one of the best games in the history of Big Brother. Okay, he's up there. Okay, with the best of them. We're going to talk about his game and everything else, and Josh's game, and especially the jury, where it went here and how it went, how come the votes went a certain way, and how come Josh won over Paul. Simple as that. All right, let's just talk about the jury members first. Now, like I said before, okay, guys, the jury members, it would go down in history as the most brutal, most bitter jury in history of Big Brother. Period. And you're thinking, well, what do you mean by that, Andy? I want to tell you why. Okay, I want you to think about this, okay? When Dr. Will Kirby, in my opinion, a Big Brother legend, okay, was, you know how he does it every year, he interviews the jury members, and he's sitting there, like, talking to these guys, and even when he says, hey, these guys are very bitter, okay, they are. And plus, you got, Elena says, yeah, I'm a bitter jury member. Oh, really? So what the hell did you guys all go in there to play? You guys think you guys were going to church or something? Okay, this is why they were bitter. First of all, what amazes me the most about the whole jury member thing, they were not just bitter at the last two players in the game, or the last three, may as well say. Actually, they're not so much bitter with Christmas, to be honest. But anyways, doesn't matter. They were bitter, okay, at the remaining house guests in the game. But this gets the kicker. They were also bitter at each other. Absolutely amazing, okay? Like, wow. And anyways, so this is what gets me. Like I said, they were just going back and forth and everything else, so they were bitter. So that was going to be trouble for somebody in the game. And more than likely it was Paul. This is why they were bitter, okay? They came to realize that Paul played a better game than anybody else in the house. It doesn't matter who it was, he did. There was only one flaw in his game, and I'll tell you that in a few minutes. So they were bitter. They were bitter that they were outplayed by him, that he used every one of them, okay, for his benefit. Nobody else. Isn't that what you're supposed to be there for? Are you not supposed to be there to win, right? And if you're used by somebody to get them further in the game and you allow them to use you, then you only have yourself to blame. That's it. Nobody else but yourself. But, they were not big enough to admit, in my opinion, that they were outplayed by Paul. Simple as that. That's my opinion on that. Some of you may say to yourself, well, Andy, I don't agree with you. And that's fine. Absolutely fine. Now, that's huge. Like I said, when they're that bitter, it's incredible. And in my opinion, like I said before, they're going to go down in history as the most bitter jury in Big Brother history. Isn't that a title that you really like to have? I wouldn't, but it is what it is. I don't know what game they thought they were playing, but obviously they did not think that we're playing Big Brother. That's my opinion, guys. Simple as that. So, all right. Let's talk about Paul and Josh, all right? Why did Josh win over Paul? That's the question. And my question, in my opinion, look, like I said before, I think Paul played a better game in the game. Socially, absolutely incredible. And you guys are thinking, well, what do you mean by that? Well, look, after the game was pretty much over, after the votes were cast, think about this. Julie says, talking to the jury members, talking about Paul, their relationship with Paul. And they're like, and they're still bitter at this point. And I mean, you got to admit, this has got to be embarrassing for them. Okay? Every one of them went in the diary room. Now, I want you to admit, think about this. Every one of the house guests, when they went to the DR room, all right, they all say, oh, Paul's great. He's working with Paul, blah, 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 blah. They were praising Paul like the guy was like could walk on water, okay? I mean, that is incredible. So think about that, okay? So these people that just voted, didn't they have this thing come up on full screen? Say, hey, how great Paul is. Yeah, 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 yay, yay, yay. And they turn around and they voted not for him. Because you know why? Because he outplayed them. That's amazing. But anyways, that's the bitter part of it. Now, you're thinking, okay, Andy, you got that part. Perfect. So why did he lose? Obviously, the bitter part. But there's another part where Josh, probably where Josh's game was a little bit better, but just enough to put him over the top. You're thinking, well, what's that? Jury management. All right? That is where Paul lacked, was jury management. Josh, on the other hand, what he did, the old bye-bye messages and so on and so forth, well, he put it in there, made sure that he told the people, the house or the jury members, hey, guess what? I'm working with Paul. We have a final 3 deal, me, Paul, and Christmas. And it worked out. That's where it came down to, right? So they looked at Josh as being, oh, he's more nice. He was more honest than Paul. So, all right. So now, all of a sudden, instead of getting mad at Josh, they're going after Paul. Paul should have been, what Paul needed to do at that point with his bye-bye messages was, hey, sorry, man. The reason why you are out, okay, is because of me. I'm the one that set everything in motion. That's why you're out. As simple as that. Because, look, you know very well, you're going to be in the jury house. That's where he didn't think it through very properly. And you want them to know, before they go into the jury house, I'm the guy that sits you out the door. I send you. You're gone. Okay? It was my plan. I organized it. Own it. Right as they leave. And that's where Paul went wrong with jury management. Josh, on the other hand, owned it for what his part in the game was, even though it was Paul that was actually executing the plan. It was all Paul, but he did his little part and said, well, I went along with it. You know what I mean? I used Paul for my benefit. So that was his story, and that's where Paul, in my opinion, went wrong. So anyways, that's about it. And in case you guys did not know who voted for who, well, Christmas voted for Paul, Kevin voted for Paul, Matt voted for Paul, and Raven voted for Paul, right? And who voted for Jason, of course, was all the rest. Alex, Jason, Mark, Alina, and, of course, Cody. Cody will never vote for Paul in a million years, but he's the one that broke the tie, and that's how it went, and that's how the votes. And, of course, in case you guys wondering, who was the American Sweetheart this year? The American Player of the Year, which, you know what? Because some people I see on the internet, they did not like it that he won. It was Cody. And you know what? I was thinking about it. Did he deserve to win America's Favorite Player? Yes. And you're probably, well, what do you mean, Andy? Well, he's the only one, pretty much, him and Jessica, that, of course, Jessica did like him at first. Remember that? She did say, I can't wait to work with Paul. But anyways, that's another story. But he's the only one from the get-go that tried to get rid of Paul. Nobody else did. So Yeah, I think he deserved it. What the hell not? Anyways, you're watching Andy WTH. I'm Andy, and that's it. Thank you for watching. And of course, the next thing that's coming up is Big Brother Celebrity. And as soon as I get more information on that, I'll let you guys know. And basically, keep an eye out for my other videos for Survivor that's coming up there next season, or next week, actually. Well, thank you very much for watching. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye.